welcome back to WTFRC Cars. So today we're going to do a full guide on how to set up the Noble MB4 and the 4-channel add-on. So first things we need to do is remove the radio gear, and you want those set of screws out there, and that'll let you get to the factory fitted receiver and all the cables. It's worth making a note of where all these wires go. So the two longest ones, they're going to be from your front rear differential lock. That one is going to be from your second gear change. Now depending on what ESC you've got that one, and the last one is to the servo, and you're going to have to remove that grub screw to get the antenna out. So once we've got that out, little flat bladed screwdriver, and you can carefully lift the receiver out the receiver box. And that'll just come away, and then carefully pull the antenna out. And just make sure you don't get it caught on the way out of there. Right, don't forget to put your grub screw back in. And then we need to make sure that the actual receiver and the 8-channel breakout will fit, so get that in position. Then we need to wire it. So your first wiring is channel 1 steering servo, channel 2 ESC, channel 3 front differential lock, channel 4 rear differential lock. Your iBus connector is what your 8-channel breakout goes to, and then your first and second gear goes into the first channel port on the 8-channel breakout, and you can use any of the others for powering or extra servos.
Right, so to get the power to the Hobbywing fan, what we've done is used a normal servo extension cable, plugged that into the VCC port on the 4 extra channel breakout. The light controller wire is now on the channel 8 and then we've got the channel 5 for the iron low gear, and we've just routed it round straight through, and then the fan's plugged in.
Right, so before we bind it to the receiver, you need to put your Noble into 8-channel mode, because it does clear the binding.
Right, so we've got a bind plug in, and now we need to get it binding. So
Binding successful.
right, so that's all set up. Now we need to get all that fastened back inside, and then we need all those channels setting up. Right, so got it bound, everything's powered up. So we now need to assign the 5th channel. So we've got as output mode set to iBus setup, 5th channel, and then if this works, should be able to press the button that we want. And then that changes to assigned servo 1 interface 2. So we now need to try everything. So we've got a steering, throttle all work, and basically what we need to do now is set everything up. So we need to assign everything to what we want. So switch 1 wants to be channel 5, and then you want it turn on, turn off. Then we need to set as endpoints for channel 5. So you want enough tension to let that drop into first or second gear, but you don't want that servo to be overreaching itself, and you can tell whether it's on or off. We've got that assigned to the little button, so we can just turn it on and off. So that's that one set. Then as next assignment, we've got to decide where we want what we want our locking differentials to be on. I usually find it better on one of these two, and I usually set it for push that way lock.
Right, so first things we need to do on this is you need to choose that one, and we want to set it to be a 2-position switch because we want it forward and back to be on and off. You want to set that to channel 3 because that's your front differential, and just OK it. So basically, when we want it set up, and you may have to change the normal or reverse, you want it so when you push it one way it locks, you pull it back towards you it unlocks, just so you know that towards the controller is lock or unlock, away and towards the steering wheel is lock or unlock. It's your own preference which way you choose it, but because of the way that these servos are mounted, you will have to reverse one to get them both the same. So that's the front one completely set. And then you want to go for the rear one. And it's just a repeat again. So you want it 2-position. This time we're going to use channel 4 because that's what we've got set to the rear locking diff. And again, depending on whether you want it reversed or not, depends on how you've got the front one set. It's completely up to you. As long as you have them both set same, you know when you push them towards the controller it's lock, when you pull them towards the steering wheel it's unlock, or vice versa. Nice and easy setup. And then you just need to adjust the endpoints on them both because you don't want them stressing because they are very small servos, and it's probably contributing to the R rate of failure on them.
Right, now to set steering endpoints, so and we're not binding anywhere. That one's backing off a little. Right, should be good at that. So that's kind of what we want to be aiming for with wiring. Get it all tucked away.
Right, so to calibrate speed controller, you need to turn it on with the power and the small button held down. Once it's finished beeping, press the small button when the throttle's in the neutral position, and then it'll beep again. And then you need to pull full throttle on, and then again with full throttle on it's the small button again and it'll beep again, and then you need full brake and you press the button again, then you'll get a series of beeps to say it's calibrated, and then if you give it a try you've got full forward, full reverse.
Right, so we need to set it up for cruise control now. So switch 2, and we've got to scroll down, and we want this to be throttle idle up. And we want that to be turned to turn it on and off. Then we've got to set, we want it on the second one down, so TR4. So I want that, and then we also want that set to idle up. set it to 1 step. So what we should be able to do, we should now be able to throttle idle up. Yep, that turns it on and off. And then
Center point.
we should then be able to set whatever speed we want up to 50% and just turn cruise on and off. And then you can back it back down. And again, turn your cruise control on and off whenever you like. And I believe the last thing we need to do is reverse. Let's have a look. That one, we need to reverse it, just so when you push it forward it accelerates, when you scroll it back it decelerates. So we turn it on, and that increases, that decreases. So you've got full control, and it's not messing about with any endpoint adjustments, or it's not messing about with the center point adjustment. So that were an headache. Thanks for watching WTF RC Cars. If you like and subscribe.